The RX 500 series is just around the corner and we are getting new leaks every day, but how will they stack up against today's GPUs? Stay tuned to find out. So welcome back to another video. This is TeamOverclocked, and in today's video I'll be talking about how the RX 500 series of GPUs from AMD are going to stack up. It's being rumored that this new series is going to be announced in a day or so, around April 18th. On screen I have a brief table of contents for you guys in case you want to skip to a certain section of the video. But without further ado, let's dive right into the info. Now these new GPUs are looking to be a refresh of last year's Polaris GPUs. They are being called Polaris Evolved because of that. The 580 and 570 are both going to have the same amount of stream processors as last year's models, which is pretty interesting. The lower end of the lineup is going to be getting an upgrade though. The RX 560 is going to be getting 33% more stream processors than last year's 460, and there's going to be a new RX 550 at the bottom of the heap for the most budget end gamers. Although the low end is getting some upgrades, the mid-range GPUs are seeming a bit underwhelming. But there are going to be some very needed positives with this refresh. Since AMD has had a year to refine Polaris, we should be getting a much better binning process. Leaked images are showing a 90% increase in stock clocks on the reference GPUs. This should be a sign that we are getting a GPU that is better at overclocking than last year's model. Along with that, the power consumptions on these chips should be lower than last year's. All around, this is something that we should definitely be excited for. Oddly enough, another major improvement with this refresh is going to be the new reference cooler. The one that has been showing up in rumors is going to feature dual fans instead of the traditional blower fan cooler, which is a huge improvement. I'm surprised at how long it took for AMD to think of this, since blower style coolers in general are horrible when it comes to temperatures, with the exception of very tight ITX systems. Nvidia is also guilty of this, and hopefully they will jump onto this trend as well. Now another cool concept with this new GPU lineup is going to be RADEON Chill. Now this was included in the 400 series, but it wasn't implemented very well. Now this feature is very refined at this point and is basically going to allow for lower power consumptions in idle and is going to allow for much lower GPU temperatures under load in exchange for slightly decreased performance. This is definitely going to be a great feature for PC enthusiasts building in small ITX cases where airflow is very limited. So back to the main question, how will the 500 series stack up with today's GPUs? Although it's not a completely new architecture, it's a decent improvement over last year's Polaris. We're going to be seeing lower power consumptions, higher overclocks, and faster GPUs in the low-end market. AMD Vega is nowhere to be found currently, but there's a pretty big chance that it's going to be launched alongside these GPUs. A GPU refresh would be the perfect cover for such a launch. It will definitely be interesting to see how Nvidia is going to react to this launch. I have compiled all of the information we talked about today into this little spec sheet, so pause the video in case you want to check it out. Before you leave, let me know what you guys think of AMD's new lineup. Do you think it's a smart move, or does it seem like a step in the wrong direction? Tell me in the comments down below. But anyways guys, that's all for today. If you liked the video, please be sure to overclock the like button. If you didn't like it, please dislike this video and subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you guys in the next one.